As you practice your blade or edge weapon drills, what I want you to think about is just like the Apaches when they're in different environments, when they're introduced to the saber and some of the other metal type objects that were brought in from, from Europe, from Portugal, from Spain, those types of places, Germany, Dutch. What we're trying to find out is they would pick up the weapons from the enemy and they would practice with those weapons as well, and they just integrated it into their arsenal. True today are the Apaches. What you want to think about is in your everyday environment, what are the blades or what are the weapon types that are most accessible to the average person? So if I walk into anybody's house, what are edge weapons that I would find? Well, I'd find a kitchen knife, right? I'd find a butter knife at the very least, steak knife, those types of things. Therefore, if you're practicing on some eclectic type of training blade or something that's kind of more primitive, it's not going to be as practical to today. So all of your drills, I want you to practice not just with tactical blades or switch blades or volley song knives, although that's going to be part of what you train with. I want you to practice what people are actually having around them. And I travel quite a bit, in different countries where I can't even bring my blades with me on my trips. However, as soon as I land, I know I can walk into any local restaurant and I can grab some type of weapon. I can grab a butterfly knife, a steak knife, a thing. So a lot of the times my first stop is just going to be a restaurant just so I can acquire or somebody can loan me one of those types of blades. So again, everything you practice with short blades, you practice with long blades. And like I said earlier, everything I want to see on these drills, I want to see a combination. If you're showing me practices on the exact same knife all the time or the same tomahawk, that's not where I want to see it. I want to see as much plethora of different types of blades that I would see as common use or as uncommon, because you never know what they're going to have. So the more weapons I see you training in your review, the better. One thing I do want you to practice with, however, is the cardio has to be up. So lack of cardio makes cowards of us all, as being said many times by many different groups. So it doesn't do you any good to have all this accessible knowledge of blade weapons, tomahawks, war clubs, and stuff that can be useful in a self-defense situation if you tire out against the first person against you. As we do these exercises and drills and mimic what they're taught in the past, you have to understand that it's you against a multitude of people. So again, you don't want to save all your energy for that one person and explode. You want to try to eliminate one person as quickly as you can, because you're going to be facing other opponents. So one of the drills that was very common with the Apaches is the Apache run or the tribal run. So we didn't want to have necessarily too much competition where there's going to be a first place all the time and you're always going to have the person that shines that discourages the others. Plus, we work as a team. So just like a Navy SEALs team with 6 people might integrate each other's skills, weaknesses, and strength among each other to make the whole group as strong as possible, so too the Apaches have done that. So you hear about these runs where it's basically sprint, jog, same idea. So what you want to do is practice with a group of your friends, start jogging. If you carry weapons, that'd be good to practice with them in your hand, which I recommend, practicing with the different blades while you're jogging. But I want to make sure that you're kind of interval training the body. So if you're in the back of the line, you're going to sprint to the front, go at a nice jogging pace. The person from the back comes to the front, and so on and so forth. If you're by yourself, then think about if you're going from the street side, you're going from one light post to another post, you're going to sprint as fast as you can, then you're going to walk to the next light post, then you're going to jog to the next light post, or however you want to make your markers. So that's what we call the tribal run. So it's a drill that you can practice with multiple people, your students, your friends, whoever you want to get together, and I want to see that in a video form as well. So bring that back to me, and again, that's just called the tribal run, and you're going to be practicing back of the line, you sprint to the front, jog a steady pace so the next person comes. Once you're at the back of the line, you come back to the forward run. And if you could add blades to your hands at the same time, that would be good as well. Practice that.